Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Garmin to smashing a PB at the London Marathon 2025 question mark. What is going on with my Garmin? Great news, 6 activities this week. And where I was kind of thinking it would hold your horses, you need a rest or whatever, it kept me going. My training readiness has kind of been a little bit low, but I've got the recovery going and all that lot. So when it gets right to the bit where I'm okay, not great, but okay, I do the activity and it slips me back down to poor and low, but I'm feeling I'm getting the sleep. The watch kind of says a little bit restless sometimes or whatever, but it's giving me the activities I want. It's holding. It changes a little bit, but that's because I change it, and we'll go on to that a little bit. In one of the workouts during the week, I changed it to suit life, and then it gave me some, swapped around a little bit, and it actually kind of gave me more on that. So very kind of happy, but shocked. And that, to go over what I'm doing, I've got my Garmin watch and I've put in the London Marathon event for next year, 2025. I've been given the place by Seeability, so I'll be running for them again next year. I had a great time running for them this year. And all that. So very, thankful for them for giving me a place in such an iconic marathon. Please head down below on the link to donate whatever you can, whenever you can. The more we raise, the better for everyone there. So thank you very much, Seeability, for that. So with the event in my watch, I follow the heart rate option, and that I'm trying to keep in the different zones and things like that. And because of that, Garmin, putting the event into my watch, Garmin knows the ambitious time I'm going for. So all the workouts are kind of based around getting me to that level. My PB at the moment in a marathon is 4 hours and 42. I am looking to absolutely smash that. I'm not going to say it just yet, but smashing a PB is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but there is one goal I've got now implanted in my head, and we're going for that. So let's start the week off, shall we? All right, first session of the week, intervals. It's going to be 3 times 6 minutes at 164 heartbeats per minute. It's pretty cold out. It's going to be a bit chilly. We'll see how it goes. A bit of ice on the floor this morning, but looking forward to a good interval session. So let's get this one going. So the threshold session, I enjoy them. Getting trying to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and they are tough. I don't normally, like I said before, a lot of my training and other marathons have just been a plod. So really throwing in this speed work in and all that lot kind of does get me out of my comfort zone. But sadistically, I'm enjoying it. And and the results is the most important, and that's what really kind of comes through. And I averaged 4 minutes 30 pacing on the kilometers, and that overall on those 3 6-minute intervals. The first one was at 4:25 kilometer pace, so a bit quicker there. But then the next 2 was 4:32 pacing per kilometer. So really happy to have them at the same time, and that because it just kind of shows that I'm now realizing that pace, and I know it's all heart rate, so I don't see the pace as such, but I know what my heart rate can achieve at that pacing and that. So to get that leveled out again on the second one was fantastic, and that's what I will need later on when I'm doing the marathon, to know how to keep that pace at the range that I'm supposed to be at and all that lot. So an absolute great session on the Monday. And Tuesdays, as we know, is now my scheduled rest day. And that, so we'll see how the rest of the week pans out from that. So I enjoyed the Tuesday off, and that, no running at all, no exercising, nothing. Obviously, I worked and that and had life, but there was no kind of active running or even conditioning work and that. So Wednesday went into base run just to kind of get things ticking over again, I guess. 39 minutes at 138 beats per minute. I averaged 140 beats per minute, a pace of 6:15, and I did cover 6.67 kilometers. In my head, these are just general shakeout runs. Just ticks me over a little bit. Getting time on your legs, I guess. You know what I mean? And these runs will get bigger, I guess, and all that lot. But it's, you mean, just keeping the load balanced, as far as I'm aware. That's what the watch says as well. And we just tick along on these little runs sometimes, and then we get the longer base runs. And yeah, so we had the longer run on the Thursday. 1 hour 28 minutes at 138 beats per minute. I ended up doing the run from my house down, because my day off on Thursday this week. So then I ran off to the track, some laps of the track and back. So I covered 13.5 kilometers in a time of 1 hour 29, so a little, 1 minute over where it's supposed to be. The average pace there was 6.35 per kilometer, and averaged 144 beats per minute. You mean it was just a long run? You mean it's just getting out there, getting it done, ticking away at the mileage, really. You mean getting the mileage in my legs and my lungs, I guess. But it's runs I enjoy, and that. But straight out to the track, done the business around the track and back again. So you mean did what we needed to do that day, which was great. So Friday had given me a 35-minute base run at the 138 beats per minute as usual. But I did see on Saturday there was a anaerobic session, sprints, and that it's not quite sprints, but it was quicker pace than I'm used to. So that didn't really affect. That wasn't going to really fit in well on Saturday, and I wasn't kind of too keen on doing a long run on Thursday and then going into an aerobic session on Friday. But during the day, I actually decided to do the anaerobic session just because I thought it would fit life easier and all that lot. My plan was to do the run at work anyway, even the base run after work. So I didn't have my Speedworks shoe with me because I just thought I'd be doing my base run. So I just had my normal, or one of my normal base run shoes. And so I did, interval sessions in that. But the weather had changed as well. It snowed. And that during the day, not so much, but made for an interesting interval session. So the anaerobic session was 7 times 1 minute at 4 minutes and 15 pacing. Like I said, it snowed, and what I decided to do was hit to a point along where I run, but I know at the kind of loop that I normally do, there's a ramp section that goes off. So I decided to hit the intervals at the ramp and then recover on the way down and then go back up. So technically making it into hill repeats. And so that's what I did. 7 minutes hill repeats, 1 minute at 4 minute 0.15 kilometer pacing. That's it, first run in the snow this year. It's not very deep obviously at the moment, but I'm sure that will change over in the winter time. Still in my shorts, love it. So let's get this interval session done, anaerobic style. So the average on the anaerobic sessions on the actual intervals was 4 minutes 20 seconds per kilometre, and that pacing. So I'll take that. The conditions were slippery, and that my foot was sliding as I was kind of going. So it wasn't the ideal conditions. So you're going to lose a bit of time and energy and all that lot there. The recovery back down. I was kind of walking for a bit, and then I tried to really get my heart rate down on the recovery, and that before turning around and then going straight back up that hill again. But it was enjoyable. I look forward to trying to do these runs when it's more non-slippery and a bit calmer. Getting these kind of hill work reps in. So that was a great bit for Friday. So I was really expecting Saturday to kind of be a rest day because of the anaerobic and what normally happens. But no, everything went good, as in the sense of my watch stayed. So basically, Saturday was a 1 hour 15 minute run at 138 beats per minute. So I ran home after work in the snow. It was a bit thicker and deeper at that stage, but it's great ankle work, I guess. But so I covered 10.3 kilometers, a pace of 7.18 per kilometer. So I did kind of do it slower, and that just to be more safe, and that is as well. Plus, I ran all the way home this time. I didn't get off at the bus stop, so I was finished at the bus stop. I ran all the way home. So I did that. The average beats per minute was 137 as well. So I kind of, like I said, went slower anyway, and that just to keep the runs safe as well, because it is slippery, slidey. It's dark, obviously, coming home at night. But yeah, that was another 10k, run done. So really expected again Sunday to kind of not happen. But I kind of did go to sleep a hell of a lot earlier, and that as such, and setting the alarm, and that, so favouring good quality time to sleep. If the actual sleep is quality, that's anyone's guess. But it worked. We did well. I slept well. Woke up nice and refreshed. Although my heart HRV was a little bit unbalanced still, and I obviously had still some recovery time from the last couple of runs I've been doing, and but my watch changed again, but for more. So it went from an hour base rate to 1 hour and 12 minutes. So I was quite surprised. I was really expecting a day off at least, or something. Or a shorter run, 39-minute base run or something. But no, it pushed me up. So just went out and done it. There was a lot of rain and wind throughout the night, and that kind of cleared a lot of the snow. It's very slushy in places still, and that. So I did get very wet and cold feet, and that on that run. But basically, I ran out to the track, didn't get round the track, but run back, and that. So covered again 10.3 kilometers on that, slightly quicker pace than yesterday's run. So 6:59 kilometer pace, and an average heartbeat of 139. So you can see the pace was quicker with the slightly higher beats per minute, and that. So really, really enjoyed this week. Surprisingly, surprisingly because of the way the watch stayed and kept me going with the actual runs. So really happy with that. Hopefully this is a new chapter and we can continue this. 6 runs a week. I covered 56.49 kilometers this week. So really vamped up there. Just proves what these extra kind of 1 hour runs can do, and I'm really grateful for that. You mean we are still in the base building phase and all that lot, so you mean I've got another sprint session on Monday. We'll see how that sticks, but that will obviously come into the next week's video. But I'm kind of, I've really enjoyed it. So really glad to be back at some numbers that I want to be at and doing that. So it just means I've got to do a lot more into the videos and all this lot. But that's fine by me, because this is a video diary of what I'm doing. So it benefits me anyway, because I like talking about it, and then I understand it more as I process that and all of that lot. And hopefully you guys can get enjoy the content as it comes out. And just an insight of what marathon training can be like. With the highs and the lows and the frustrations and that. So, but we'll leave it there. So again, big thank you to Seeability for giving me the charity place. But with that, I need to raise a lot of money for them, and I want to raise a lot of money for them. So please, again, see the link below and in the descriptions, and please donate whatever you can when you can. Everything is really appreciated. Please like, click and subscribe. It's a channel that kind of wants to grow, and I want to grow this channel. Leave me comments on how you think that I can do that as well. So I really kind of will take in your comments on board and that. So but yeah, have a good week, and I just hope next week is continue of this week for me and that. But the weather's a bit nicer. Cheers, have a good one.